I'm not interested in a love I have to earn, beg for, or perform for. I want to be loved as a choice and on purpose, not as a reward. Hi, you guys.
Welcome back.
I am Keisha, and this is
Karen.
Whoop, whoop. And today we're gonna be talking about how to be cheating. But they be cheating.
I know so many men that be cheating. Do you know a lot of men that be cheating?
I don't know a lot of men. I mean,
She said I don't know a lot of men. Good for you.
I can assume that they're cheating, right? But I don't know. I don't know. I know a past story is like when, girl, anyway, let's just start with.
So what are we talking about?
We're talking about cheating.
I know we said
we're talking about cheating. We are talking about cheating. But before we start talking about cheating, let's talk about what we are eating. I have made some puff pastries for you guys. Super easy and super delicious. It is a cheesecake filled puff pastry with strawberry filling, and then I have some fresh strawberries and some fresh blueberries on top with a drizzle. So if you guys want the recipe, by now you should know. You should go on Patreon and see the recipes. What we have, you can either get a savory or a sweet, and also you can sign up to get an extra episode a month. Okay, right?
Let's go.
I'm excited. Look, listen.
You excited to talk about these cheating ass people?
I think it's gonna be a funny episode, right? So let's just start off with, have you ever been cheated on?
I've been cheated on several times.
Several. Goddamn, girl, is it you?
Girl, it's me. Listen. No, I've been cheated on at least twice. At least twice. I suspect I've been cheated on more than that.
Right, because you don't know.
Because you don't know. But I remember my first, like, I guess, real boyfriend in high school. Mm-hmm. He cheated on me.
Is that the one that you found out was on the down low?
Yes, he cheated on me with men.
Oh my God, tell us the stories. We want to know. I want to know.
Oh, child. You know, I was like delulu and young, and I was like, oh my God, he's so cute, blah, 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 blah. Like, we got along great. We would do everything together.
I bet you did.
He would pick out shoes for me. Like, he would, you know, I'd be trying on outfits, not like in front of him, but you know, he'd be like, oh yeah, like come.
He wouldn't care.
But yeah, so we would get on the computer. This is when MySpace was like a thing.
If you guys do not know what MySpace was, it was so, well, in my opinion, so much funner than Facebook when it came out. Mm-hmm. You have like your top 5 people or 6 people. You have music.
Customize your page.
Like they had, that's where.
My page was cute too.
My page was cute too, but that's when like programming, I felt like, started in our generation. People would program their page for like words to be coming down and glitter and shit.
Diamonds coming
down. Girl, not your page.
Diamonds.
And then Facebook came and it was all dry and shit. Nah.
But yeah, so we would get on MySpace a lot because we would be customizing our pages and looking at top 5s and stuff like that. And
nostalgia.
I remember, so I got a message from a guy that was basically like, your boyfriend gay. In so many words. And I was just like, huh? And he was just like, yeah, like he basically shot his shot at me. And I was like, oh wow. And so there was one time he had like left his MySpace signed in, and I don't even remember because it's been so long, like the order how this happened. I can't remember if the guy contacted me first or if I saw his MySpace like inbox first. But anyways, long story short, saw his inbox, and at first I was like, oh, okay, I see like his ex-girlfriend in here, I see a few of his other female friends, but it was like mostly messages with men. And then I was kind of like, oh, I'm so glad that like it's not a whole bunch of like women in his inbox. But then I was like, wait a minute,
why are there so many men in this inbox?
Why are there so many men in this inbox? And so I clicked on one of the messages, baby, and I went down a rabbit hole after that. Those messages were wild.
You went down a rabbit hole or a booty hole?
Listen, he went down the booty hole. But yeah, so he literally had messages. He was shooting his shot left and right. It didn't matter if the man was gay, straight, bi, purple, pink, blue. He was shooting his shot, baby. And like, for me at that age too, like I was just like, what the because it's like I'm seeing this man literally be like, hey, I'm not gay, but like I want to experience the feeling of like a penis in my mouth. Like, or hey, I'm not gay, I just, you know, want to see what it's like to be with a man. And like he was literally just like firing off these messages. Sometimes he'd be a little more subtle, like it would just be like, hey, what's up, bro? And then the dude would be like, what's up? And then he'd be like, oh, nothing, just like, you know, curious, like who are you, what you do. But basically homie was shooting his shot. He was like dangling the carrot and seeing who would get the carrot.
It wasn't a carrot, he was dangling that penis. But you know what, there's nothing wrong with him trying to figure out what he likes, but don't lie to me.
Right, don't drag me into it. That was my only thing. Like, be who you want to be, explore. Like, we're young. Honestly, I would have been his friend regardless. Like, there were some days after we broke up where I was like, man, I miss hanging out with him. Because, like, we were like besties, you know, besties for the resties. But, yeah, I wish he wouldn't have dragged me into it.
Yeah. So, I'm thinking of, like, high school. I had an experience when I found out somebody was cheating on me. And I didn't get mad at the girl that he was cheating on because, I mean, one, it's not her fault, right? And I've always had that mindset, like, it's not the girl's fault. Not if she knew, it's different, but if she didn't know, it's not her fault. So I went up to the girl and I was like, hey, I'm dating such and such, and I hear you dating them too. So, yeah, let's go make a run by this house.
I hear you dating him too.
Yeah, look, because one thing about it, two things for sure, I'm not gonna beat around it. Like, I need to know what was happening, and it wasn't like, and that in that situation, he had been dating this girl, so I kind of was the other chick. So I was like, yeah, I like you. Let's be friends. So me and the girl became friends, and we like did a drive by his house and was like seeing what he was doing and called it, like, you know, high school, right? So you call him on three-way. Oh, I heard you with this person, you with that person. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. So as an adult, I don't think I've had an experience as far as somebody's cheating on me, because in college, I was kind of like not really dating. The people that I was dating, we kind of knew what it was. And then I got my serious relationship when I was probably like in my second or third year in college. We dated for about 5 to 6 years, and then we broke up. And I was single for some time, and then I met my husband. But have you ever been the cheater?
I actually, well, I ain't gonna lie. When high school boyfriend, when I found out that he was like dealing with men on the low,
Wait, before we get into that, did you confront him about that? Like, no. You just let it go?
I didn't know how to handle that at that age. Like, I was just like, I don't even know what or why we like officially broke up. But I do remember I like kissed another guy But that was the most I did.
Okay. So, like, how did you break up with the said boyfriend? He was like, hey, I don't think this is going to work.
That's why I said, I don't even remember how it ended. I just know it ended.
Okay. So, yeah, so tell me, have you ever cheated on somebody?
No, besides him, I kissed a guy.
Okay.
But I haven't cheated outside of that.
I have.
You was cheating?
Damn, when you said like that, you make it seem like I was out here cheating. I cheated one time before. I've been cheated on, and I've been a cheater. And I will say that my cheating came from a place of unhappiness.
Mm-hmm.
And it was... So with the guy that I was dating, it was somebody I was in a really long relationship with. And he had a lot of insecurity issues. And it was like a lot of controlling issues. And it was like... It just was weird. And then out of the blue, he kind of like started accusing me of cheating. And I wasn't cheating. I just like some old habits I had when I was young, when I was single. Like I was single and in college, so I would like sleep with my phone under my pillow because I didn't want to miss my alarm clock. Or when I was in class, like I would have guy friends in class that would be like, if I was late for class, they'll write down the notes for me. Like I feel like I've always been a respectful girlfriend, and I'm not out here doing whatever. Like I'm respecting myself. I'm representing you. You supposed to represent me. Like whatever. You know, we're gonna make this work. So when he came to me and he was like, "Well, you got this guy texting you," and I was like, "Yeah, but it's just for school. Like you should trust me. Like what are you doing?" It was that. It was I had wanted to lose weight. Like I was always a heavier set girl. And I wanted to like lose weight. I wanted to work on myself. I wanted to like have liposuction. I wanted some things to be done so I can improve myself. And he was like, nope.
He wanted you to stay.
He wanted me to stay in this like little bubble where I don't know if he felt like he can control the situation. But I was like, I want more for myself. Like I want to work out. And then I started seeing things like when I wanted to like work out and like lose weight and do these diets, it was always like a sabotage. Like he was sabotaging me. I did have surgery and he didn't quote unquote approve of the surgery, so he wasn't there.
Yeah. I
had to have one of my close friends like pick me up from surgery and bring me, and that should have been the first time, right?
Yeah. We
always see the signs and be like
those little moments where you be like, I can't count on this person for
nothing. Yeah. And then like certain things about him, like he would do something that was like, hey nigga, chill out. And then I was still young and trying to like understand myself in situations and relationships. Like I was so naive to the point where like he would buy me flowers. I'm like, oh, you bought me flowers, it's over now, we're fine. But the root problem is still there. So
and I think like be gentle with yourself, because I feel like we all have fallen into those patterns. Like I still feel like as older adults, it's easy to fall back into that pattern where you're not identifying the root cause of the issue.
Yeah. And it was also like from the outside looking in, he was this perfect person. He was like buttoned up. He was well spoken. His parents were good. Like he had the appearance of he's husband material.
I feel like those sometimes are the worst kind, because they're the ones that catch you by surprise, that you're like, what? Yeah. Or like you said, they're the ones that are deeply insecure. And so it causes all these different issues in the relationship that you may not even really like, again, understand that root cause. Yeah.
So it actually, like I'm a person that I could deal with so much stuff. I can deal with it, until one day, bitch, you get all this heat. Every single thought I thought 5, 6, 7 years ago is coming out. Like,
I'm the same way. I want to get better, but I be the same way.
Girl, look, I'm trying to like express myself as it happens, but like it don't always work. But back then, you know, I would let stuff build, and then it was like he didn't trust me when I went home, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like, ain't nobody cheat. Like, I'm
trying to go see my mama.
Right, I'm trying to see my mama. And then, like, my last semester of school, I moved home. And this guy that I used to have a relationship with before him, like, he lived in the area and he worked, like, I used to work in a bank inside of Walmart. And he used to always come to the bank. He was just a funny guy, whatever. He thought that me and him had a situation going on. Long story short, like, I found out he was, like, breaking into my Facebook account and, like, going through my messages, and, like, it was a lot. And then at one point, you know how they always say, you gonna accuse me of doing something and then I'm gonna do it? That's exactly what happened. Like, you kept accusing me of doing it. I'm not happy in this relationship, and I know that person can give me what I need.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and dip out.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, not even I think, I know at that point my mind was already detached from this relationship. Like, I was just kind of looking for a way out.
Yeah.
And until I find that way out, I'm gonna have some fun. And as a more mature person, I understand that that wasn't the right thing to do, but at that time, it was an outlet. Mm-hmm. It was somebody that I can, you know, talk to about what was going on, and I didn't have to deal with those pressures of being in that relationship. And I'm sure that person that I was dealing with didn't really care. Like, they just was like, oh, come and tell me what you want to tell me, but, you know, what we doing? And so it was like still a terrible decision, and I should have just broken up with that person and moved on with my life, which eventually I did. But I see how being cheated on, like, it hurts, and I see how it hurts the other person. So from both of those experiences, I will never cheat on anybody, because it's too much. And I've learned that you don't know how people are going to respond. People crazy. You don't know how people, and that situation with me breaking up with my ex kind of catapulted me into, like, shit, I didn't think he was going to react this way. I'm not going to do this again. So, yeah, very learning experience.
Okay.
Yeah. You sure you ain't never cheated on nobody?
I haven't, besides kissing that guy.
That was like in high school. That's like cute, dude.
I know, that's how I feel. Like, I don't really count it, because, like, but, you know, technically, yeah.
So, what do you think are some reasons why people cheat?
I would say, to your point, being unhappy in the relationship. I feel like a lot of people, instead of knowing how to, like, I guess, maturely end a relationship, like, they may go to cheating because they're like, oh, I don't know how to end this, and I'm just unhappy, so I'm about to look for that happiness somewhere else. I think temptation is real. Temptation is a real thing. You have some people out here that do not care if you are in a relationship or have a significant other. Baby, they still gonna throw everything at you that they got. So I feel like some people just have, like, moments of weakness where they get tempted. I feel like money could be a reason. Like, I say that meaning, like, you have some people that may be, like, not happy with, like, where their partner is financially, so maybe they're seeing if they can make something work with, like, someone else who's where they want to be financially. Mm-hmm. Some people are just selfish, I think. Like, some people are unloyal.
You know what? And I agree with that. And I do think that social media has made people feel like they have options. Like, bitch, you up too. You up too.
The level of self-awareness for everybody is not at the same level. Like, the audacity of you to cheat. You know how many men I find that are cheating or either shooting a shot? And I just be like,
Sir, Bismarcky, sir, sit down.
Please, like, what is wrong with you? But, and then on like, and I will say, obviously, women cheat probably just as much as men.
Oh, yeah.
So when I say like men and stuff, I don't literally mean just men. But like, yeah, it's like, how you gonna cheat on that girl when, like you said, you a 2, you ain't got nothing going for yourself, and you still over here cheating? What's wrong?
Let me tell you, the math ain't mathing. Now, of course, cheating is not a new thing, right? Mm-hmm. Grandparents, great-grandparents had whole other families outside the town. But I do feel like...
Whores.
Yeah, and we talked about this. I do feel like social media does make the world smaller. Mm-hmm. And people have access to people across the country in 2 clicks. And I feel like if one little inconvenience of your significant other is like getting on your nerve that day, you gonna cheat. Like, because, and I feel this because being married, my husband will sometimes tell me stories that he rarely posts anything on Instagram, but if he'll post something like for my birthday or for Bradley's birthday, he'll get a message and be like, yeah, you know, I miss what we had, and your wife doesn't have to know, and you know, I'll do anything to be in your life.
I know you.
And I'm like, I'm laughing at you because you sent this message. You really think that? Oh, okay.
Women be sending him messages
women,
like that?
Like people that he's known in his past, and not to toot my own horn, but Brian is a very attractive man, and he's big, and he's a provider by all means. And they know that. So it's kind of like they are fishing, because one thing about it, I'm never going to be the side. Because what am I getting out of it? Because at the end of the day, yet again, he's going home to his wife or his main person or whatever. Like, you are just somebody there to release stress. And not saying that if your situation, you know, do what you do to fix your situation or whatever works for you. But for me, I'm never going to be a side chick. Like, I be wanting company, bitch. I'm lonely.
I'm about to tell you, I'm too territorial to be a side.
I'm too territorial.
Cannot.
And I can't even think about having like a 3-way, because if this morning he would, I'm about to blow this whole spot up.
You like, looked at her 2 seconds too long.
Why she touching you there? Y'all did this before? What? Like, I am, this is mine. Mm-hmm. You can't touch him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but, yeah, like, and some people prefer to be this side because they ain't got no strings attached. Mm-hmm. You ain't got to be clinging to me. You go home to your wife. I call you when I need you. We good.
Yeah. I
get that. And that's a convenience thing, right? Like, they may have been in a situation, or their situation caused them to be like, I don't want no strings attached. Yeah. Because I say this jokingly, but it might be serious. If I get a divorce, I'm probably going to be single.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot to be married and to be in a long relationship, because you have to change with that person, right? Like, you have to change your mindset, change, you know, some things that you may agree, you may not agree that they, like, it's a lot to be in a relationship. It's easy to be single. Mm-hmm. It's a lot to be in a relationship. So I can see how people would just be like, I think I'm gonna just be the side chick and just get some D when I need it, and y'all can have it.
Yeah, I get it too. And like, for me, I believe in karma. So that's like I don't think I'd be able to really sleep at night. Like, I'll be honest, like, my conscience gets in the, like, I don't say gets in the way, because like, it's not something I'm aspiring to do, but like, that kind of stuff, I'm like, my spirit don't sit right with that. Like, outside of me being selfish, like, with the person I'm with, like, territorial, wanting them to myself, I'm just like, I don't think I could. I've had it done to me, so I don't ever want to do that to another woman. Yeah,
exactly. And that's how I feel. Like, I've had it done to me. I understand how it could bring some insecurities. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do that to anybody, because it's like, it takes some time to get over somebody cheating on you, right? And if it doesn't, that means that you didn't really care for that person that cheated on you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, every situation is different, and you know, being married, like you look at situations different because like if we were just in a relationship, you cheat on me, goodbye.
Yeah.
But now it's like we married. Why did you cheat? Was I not doing something right, or did she have something I didn't offer? And a lot of men will say like, oh, it was just sex, and they think that the wife is supposed to like get over it fast. But if a wife cheated, like, well, it was an emotional connection, and I can't get over it. What the fuck? Like,
yeah. They can do it, but they can't.
But they can't take it back.
Cannot handle it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, I'm even just honestly thinking about, and this is so sad, right? But I'm thinking about how many married men or men that I know that are in relationships that I be catching. Either
look,
just,
don't be saying that like, girl, you see my man?
No, it ain't. It's none of my like friends, men, but it's dudes I know where I'm just like, dog, you out here down bad. Or what about those couples? Have you ever known a couple where they basically play the cheating game back and forth with each other? Have you seen that?
I've seen that, and I don't understand.
What
I don't understand because they will not leave each other. They will not leave. And if you won't have an open marriage, just say you got an open marriage. Like, whatever works for you. Everybody's marriage is different. If that floats your boat, that floats your boat. But maybe they ain't an open marriage and just ain't tell nobody. And y'all just be catching them cheating.
But then they be mad.
Oh. Well, maybe they're mad because other people seeing them out with other
maybe.
people. I mean, it's a lot. Like, people be trying to keep up with appearances.
Yeah.
So maybe that's an appearance thing. I don't know. So, yeah. I don't ever want to be in anybody's marriage. Whatever works for you, works for you. But what are, like, the, like, with swingers, like, if you see, like, a flamingo in the front yard, like, that's, like, a sign that they're swingers or something like that? You never heard of that?
How do you be knowing this stuff?
I know a lot of random shit, right? I know a lot of random stuff. And you know what solidified it? They have a girl that I follow on Instagram, and she makes rugs, and she was telling a story how like one of her customers asked for a flamingo rug, but they don't want it to be like a swinger. Like, no, we're not swingers. So she made a rug with a flamingo and says, we just like flamingos, we're not swingers. There are like signs out, like there is the flamingo, it's like some type of rocks, like it's some, if you guys know what the signs are.
What?
You've never heard this? Let me look it up. I gotta look it up. Let's see.
What was that website you told me about too?
Ashley Madison.
Who is Ashley
Okay,
Madison?
Ashley Madison was like very popular a few years back, but Ashley Madison is a website that you can go to. I'm not advocating for cheating, please know that. But Ashley Madison is a website that you can go to like have an affair, basically. Like, they had this whole scandal a couple of years. You know how I be into my true crime shit. Like, they had like a whole scandal or something, like with people getting caught on Ashley Madison. There are websites for everything. But back to these.
I have never heard of Ashley Madison with her cheating ass.
Oh my god.
Who is like, let me create a website so married people can cheat? Ashley.
Pineapples. Okay.
Hold up, Ashley. I gotta get this off my chest.
Girl.
You, Ashley.
Damn. Yeah, you Ashley. My husband on that side. I'm choking a bitch. Okay. Alright, so this is totally off subject, but popular urban legends that are signs of swingers. So, pampas grass in the front yard garden. Okay.
The type of grass?
Yes. Pink or purple decorations in the front yard. A pineapple placed upside down.
How do you even...
Like, just put it upside down.
Just cut the top off?
No, just put the pineapple. Like, if you ever seen an upside down pineapple, it might be like a decoration in their front yard or something.
I'm gonna be looking now.
Yeah.
Flamingos
The flamingos is the thing. This one says a pineapple door knocker, a fire pit in the yard. That's very whatever. Hot tub. That's very whatever. A woman wears an anklet on her right leg. Ooh, mine on my left. Thank you, Jesus.
Girl, I'm glad you told me this stuff because I be putting my anklet on my right leg.
Girl, a man or woman wearing a red ball cap, a white landscaping rocks in someone's front yard. I heard of the rocks.
What? My whole neighborhood is swingers.
Shut
they
up.
all got something.
Shut up. And of course, there are other things, but I've heard of the pineapples, I've heard of the flamingos, and I've heard of the rocks. So be on the lookout for your neighbors, you guys.
Ciao.
Yeah, but I can never be a swinger either because don't touch my man.
Yeah.
And I will never go after the female, like I said before, if they don't know. But if y'all plotting against me together, everybody can ass whooping. Everybody in the club getting an ass whooping.
Right. Like, oh my gosh. So what do you think some more reasons to cheat are? Or why do you think people cheat? Because I gave you some of mine.
I think that, like we said before, people cheat because they can. But one, all right, like you have this feeling like you're never going to get caught until you get caught. They may be bored. That they actually may have expressed how they feel to their person and they haven't reciprocated or they haven't acknowledged how that person is feeling. So I can tell somebody I don't like this, or I don't like it when you do this, or I need intimacy, or I need you to take a shower, or like just simple things, and you're not doing it. I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. And that goes vice versa with men and women. I do think that social media plays a big role because it's so easy to get anybody. Like people just put their. So I can't tell you a time that I haven't gone on Instagram and seen ass.
Yeah.
I see so much ass on Instagram. I see so much twerking on Instagram. Like it's literally almost. Girl, I just showed you my Facebook and somebody's ass was on my face. Like literally somebody's whole ass is on my Facebook.
A
Like
man's ass.
yeah, like
yeah, nice ass though.
Girl. But it's like one would become desensitized, and I feel like if it's out, like it's temptation. Like you can only fight temptation for so long. And if it's constantly being pushed in your face and hey, you want to do like cheating to me is a whole different thing. Like cheating is not just sex. Cheating is having a communication with somebody. Cheating is anything you feel like you have to hide from. Cheating is you going on what is it? Not Backpage, but what they say? Who that is? OnlyFans. Like cheating is you going on OnlyFans. Like.
And ordering a book.
Ordering a book. Girl, you know you can sell your dirty drawers.
How many do you try that?
They have like the internet is wild. People are wild. Yeah. But like there are different forms of cheating. Cheating to me is not just like having sex with somebody, because you could have had a whole relationship with somebody and not even have sex with them and you cheated on me.
So that's one thing I will also agree with 100%. Like cheating does not just mean you had sex with this other person. Like it could be that emotional affair. It could be entertaining stuff that you shouldn't. Like, you know, I'm not like a stickler when it comes to like flirting, because I feel like, you know, there's some innocent flirting that can happen every now and then. Like, oh, like that man looked kind of cute. Like, boom, and you just leave it at that. Or like you might be like, oh, you look real good in your suit, and you leave it at that. You keep going. But
you know, I don't even give compliments. Like I
don't do that either. I'm saying that.
I feel like sometimes you'll give somebody an inch and they'll take 17 miles. So like, they're like, cute. Oh, you think I'm cute? What's your number is? And then you gotta stalk them.
No, facts. facts. But like, I guess what I'm saying is, I wouldn't accuse my man of cheating on me, right? If like I found out he ordered somebody a drink one day, like I wouldn't be like, oh, you a dog ass cheating on me. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like you said, like it's like you give an inch, somebody can take a mile. So like even like just the way you may like choose to interact or entertain certain people, like that can be viewed as cheating. And I feel like people need to have, like, when you're going into a relationship, more conversations around what is or isn't appropriate. Like, what is going to make me feel like you're cheating on me.
Yeah. And one thing I do know, like, people spend a lot of time at work. Is that a work husband or a work wife?
I was
like,
just about to say.
Would ask your partner if they have a work husband or a work wife, and how close is that person?
When I first met you, you had a work husband.
Who's my work husband? Rick Fox?
Rick Fox.
Yeah, he was my work husband. That was before, like, I even met my...
Right,
yeah, he was my work husband. He wasn't even my work husband. He was like my work best friend. Like, we used to shoot the shit. Like, we started at the same time.
That's what I feel like a work husband or wife is. It's like really your bestie at work, right?
He was my bestie.
It don't mean you flirting and you want to have sex with them, but like...
That's my dude. Like, we used to have lunch together, and he used to send me some wild shit. I'd be like, God damn. Like, yeah, but that's my dude, though. Yeah. I think everybody, like, to an extent, had like a...
I had a work husband.
Who is your work husband?
Security.
Ah!
He became my work husband.
Really?
Low-key, yeah. We used to be calling each other, running it. When he changed locations, we used to be calling each other. He used to spill all the tea.
You know, he was like that. Yeah, he was like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
That was probably like the coolest person I was with.
Yeah, and he was respectful.
Right. Yeah. Because some of these people,
they be off the chain.
Them the people that take the whole mile. Like, you give them an inch, like you like, okay, you got a work husband, a work wife, but then it's like sometimes y'all be crossing boundaries.
Yeah.
Bro. Like,
so this is off topic, but I will talk about a boundary crossing situation. I used to work out at a gym, and you know how you fill out the information card? Mm-hmm. And I was working actually at this point. Well, yeah, I was working. And you fill out the information card. And I filled out the information card and I started working out. And then I got a phone call, like, at my job. Like, where we worked at, everybody had an individual phone line. Phone call, hey, this is such and such from the gym. I'm like, how did you get my number? He's like, oh, from the information card. Sir, what? He was like, I just wanted to know if you were interested. Now I feel violated. You took my personal information from the gym that because he was like a manager, from the gym that you worked at, to personally call me and ask me on a date. I'm never going back to that gym now because first of all, I already felt a type of way. I don't know if you ladies feel a type of way, but when I go to the gym, I just feel like, and people may not even be looking at me, but I feel like they looking at me.
You a piece of meat.
Yes, like
they definitely looking at you, friends.
Girl, shut up.
All that ass Keisha got, girl, they looking for it.
I'm gonna edit that out.
I know.
But I feel like, and I don't go, like, they have women that go to the gym with like tight this and like onesies, and they first be out and they wearing all that makeup. Is you working out or are you at a photo shoot? Because
girl,
it's like the look at me. I used to go to that gym because they had a female section, and I had to do nothing with the men. If I wanted to lift weights, I could lift weight, I could feel comfortable. But then, like, the first time it happened, I told security, because he went to that gym and he was like, he's a creep, and he was like, just be careful. And I was like, yeah, whatever, he ain't gonna do nothing. And then when I went to the female section, he came into the female section, and I was like, I'm definitely not coming here again. Long story short, he got fired for harassment. But don't do that. Like, y'all, like, I didn't even initiate a conversation with you, and I didn't even give you an inch, my dude. I didn't give you a centimeter. Like, you just like, I'm just go ahead and shoot my shot. But you made it uncomfortable.
So I was gonna say, actually, I had a situation. This is like when I first got separated, and I hadn't really like told anyone, and I was like trying to at that point, honestly, just like not be in my house being depressed and sad, and just depressed and sad. So I started trying to like get out a little bit more, network a little bit more, mix and mingle a little bit more. And there was a situation with this guy.
I know where you're going.
Yeah. And like it was like, first of all, I thought it was a networking thing. He was clearly on a different page. And he didn't care that I was married. Like, I literally stopped and I was like, whoa, this is not what I thought this was. Like, I'm married. And he was like, oh yeah, I know.
I watched the show, my girl. What are you talking about? I know you're married.
And I was just like, is this really how people moving out here? You think that I'm with my husband and I'm just about to be like out on dates with you? What do you think this is?
Honestly, a ring does not slow down anything. Like, at this point, what is the purpose of wearing a ring? Because it does not. I want my ring because one, it's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But a ring don't slow down nothing. If anything, some people are attracted to the ring.
I know. It's sad. I'm like, what sickness is that in you that's like, oh, I see a wedding ring. Let me go fuck that marriage.
Not even that. Like, it's just like I said earlier. If I mess with you, then there's no, you can't be bothered with me. Like, I know what it is. You know, you may have a little money. Like, you could take care of me a little bit. I'm out here struggling. Let me get with you, give you a little 1-2, and then you go home to your wife. But that shit's crazy to me. I ain't about to be, first of all, I hate rejection. Second of all, if that husband is close to his wife, not his wife know, and bitch, you got to get told off again. So I ain't trying to get embarrassed, because if Brian tells me something about a female that I know that crossed the line,
she gonna hear from me.
She gonna hear everything. She gonna hear, and he gonna be right there, because I'm gonna be like, come on, let's go talk to her. Y'all won't have a car. You wanna go eat lunch? Let's where we going? Let's go. Like,
have you ever been in a situation to where you were the other woman, but you didn't know?
Not to my knowledge. Now, I quote unquote dated people. Well, I don't say dated, like we were messing around and they were messing around with other people, but I knew it was.
Right.
But as far as like being the other woman, no, I don't think so.
Man, I had a guy one time, I found out he was married.
God.
Like months. And
how do you hide a whole marriage? How do you, like, and if a man ever tell you he ain't got time to do it, apparently
he got time. I remember I asked the same question. I'm like, how do you hide a whole marriage? And I guess him and his wife were like separated, but they were actually like working on things.
Well, she was working on things. He was working on some other shit. Apparently.
Baby, he was working on something, but it was not their marriage, not for real at least. But yeah, I found that out and I was just like, you gotta be f***ing me.
Yeah. It's amazing what people can do, like how they can lie. I can't lie, and I tell this to everybody if you ask me. I can't lie because I don't remember the shit I tell you. Like,
you said that before.
I could tell you one thing and you ask me tomorrow and be like, oh,
but
for real? That's what I said? Yeah, let's go with that. Like, I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's too much energy.
And I told you my like conscience be eating me up. Like, if I like catch an attitude with somebody in the grocery store, I be thinking about that shit later. Like, why I call her attitude with that poor little old lady? Like,
because Cindy needed it, okay? Okay? Like, girl, I don't like, I'm always one of those people, like, once it's done, it's done. and if I can't change it, then I can't change it. Like, there's no need for me to dwell on it. If I'm not gonna see her again, then my bad, I throw it up, and then I keep it moving. But if she deserved it, she deserved it.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. You guys,
let us know your juiciest, messiest cheating stories. Let us know
scandal.
Let us know if you have cheated,
Been cheated on, or currently cheating.
Or currently cheating. Did you cheat, or were you ever the other woman? Like, were you cheating with somebody and didn't even know you were cheating?
Or if you got caught, how did you get caught, and how did you handle it, and what was the aftermath after getting caught? Like, how do you build trust with somebody after you cheat?
That's a topic. Yeah. We should make that a topic. How do you rebuild trust after someone has cheated or either just broken your trust in other ways?
Yeah.
And define cheating for us too. Like, what do you consider cheating? Because I think that's a broad spectrum.
It is a broad spectrum, and most people just go to having sex with somebody, and that's not it. But let us know. I'm gonna say this every time. If you like us, leave 5 stars. If you don't like us, don't come back. Goodbye. And make sure to tell your friends about us. Like, subscribe, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, X, whatever, all the socials. But Karen, do you have anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, we outie. Bye.
Toodaloo.